What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumbass. Like and subscribe. So today I was listening to VG Fight School. I think that's what his channel's called. He's a Nigerian dude, math professor or something. He's a teacher, and he's a very smart dude. And I like him. I like his voice. I like how his logic works because he has logic. He's a PlayStation fan, now PC of course, but formerly PlayStation fan, still likes PlayStation, but understands the flaws and the hypocrisy and all the bad things that are happening with PlayStation, and he's pointing these things out factually. He's a statistics guy. Like I said, he's a math guy, so math people usually statistics, that's their Bibles and stuff, right? So he comes in today. He had a video about Crapgamer, how Crapgamer was saying this is the night. I mean, Crapgamer has his script, let's just say. And it's about, Xbox games do bad on PC. And, ever since Quantum Break went on PC, is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like... And at one point, I thought Crapgamer was intelligent. And I really haven't been paying attention to what he's been talking about, what his rhetoric is. So, maybe I'm wrong. But based off of the video that he did today, BG Fight School, it's the same Crapgamer. He's still hurt. He's still butthurt from when Phil smacked him through the internet in 2017, was it? Or whenever the Quantum Break thing came down, and then Phil was like, you gonna not buy it because somebody else gets to play it? Question mark. Slap. Crapgamer was, you slapped me so hard. I've been abused. They're harassing. Phil harassed me. That's going in the mind of Crapgamer. Crap. I don't even Crybaby game. Crybaby gamer. He crying a little bit. It's just he's just manly enough. He's strong enough to hold back his tears. No, not really. He was crying on Twitter. Anyway, I mean, no one cries as good as Tim Dog. Anyway. I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, you got Crapgamer, Crybaby Gamer, you got Tim Poodle, you got Volcano Windmaster, you got all these. Well, like him and J-Dub and Z, they're more trolly than actual, whatchamacallits, butthurt. I mean, they're playing the role. So they go and they, this happens, and then they say, we got a talking point. Let's blah blah blah, and they just, they do the thing. They're playing the role. But Crapgamer, when you go after a CEO, right, and you get publicly smacked through the internet, I think that's what the main. Like if it was in DMs and nobody would have heard nothing about it, Crap might have been a little different. Might have been like, okay, I decide I'm gonna try PC, or maybe he would have just been a neutral, kind of slid into PS more, and then just been a neutral dude. But since he got humiliated in public, oh man, and it wasn't even like a bad. It was just like Phil's like, I don't understand why. Right? He didn't understand the fanboy. He didn't understand the pony mentality. He didn't understand the Donkey Unicorns. I think he understands a little bit more now, and he doesn't care. Phil's like, look, y'all want games? Then shut up and sit down. Go in your stables and eat some hay, because I'm running the show over here. Right, Satya? Yes. Sorry, that's bad. Like don't come around here. You better watch. I'm gonna stick my dog on you. You better watch out. Cause Booty will get that booty. He's thirsting for chomping some booty. Pause. I'm just saying, look. When I heard it, and once again, he was doing the same script as far as Crybaby Gamer. He's sitting there like, when Quantum Break, man, it loses the what did it say? The specialness of the Xbox. Like the games they're not special anymore because they're not exclusive anymore. I'm like, how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. This is how I broke it down to me myself. I was like, okay, look, a special game is special because of what it is. not where it is, not how it's available. Now, you can posit that, oh, it's special because you can only get it here. That doesn't mean the game itself is special. That just means special circumstances gives it a limited reach. See what I'm saying? So the special that you want your game to be is the actual merits and quality of the game, gameplay, graphics, music, all these things. That's the specialness of a game. When you say, oh, that game is special, you don't think, oh, why is it because it's exclusive? No, you don't think that. You be like, what? Why? Is the game good? Like, how's the what's going on? Is the music good? Like, how the acting? How the controls? You know, that's special. Not, oh, it's special because it's only over here. That doesn't make it special. It makes it less available. It makes it not going to sell a lot more or more than it should. Because if it is truly special, you're cutting off a whole bunch of people buying it. If it's special, if it's really special. But if you're just this artificial speciality, this artificial specialness, it's not special. You're just trying to create a market that doesn't exist. It's like, oh yeah, exclusives, yeah. And I said before in a couple of videos before, I said exclusives matter. They're important, but they're not the most important thing. I said exclusives are important, but I didn't say they're not the most important thing. And that's what I'm saying now. They're not the most important thing. They're to some, I would say. They are, oh, I want to get that on, you know, boom, boom, boom. Or I want to get it on my PlayStation. I want to get it on my Switch or whatever, right? That's all preference, right? So by not having exclusive, you can sell more games, right? Still, the game is special. It's just special everywhere. Like Fortnite, I would argue, is a special game. There's no other game that's doing what Fortnite's doing. No other game. It's special, and it's everywhere. The health of the industry is more important than these arcane kind of ways of doing business. And that's like, look, Sony already knows this. Hiroki Totoki said, we're trying to get our games everywhere, blah, blah, blah. If it's got compute or something. I think that's what he said. If it has compute, then our games are going to be there. Something like that. It's that everybody's following the same playbook. The fact that the Donkey Unicorns and the Ponies are still fighting this war that doesn't exist anymore, you know. And once again, you look at the players in the industry, and you look at who's making moves to change, to evolve, to create an environment where the industry can survive. So these companies can the companies that choose to participate in the forever changing industry, they can survive. If Sony will eventually change, let's just be real, because they're a business, they want to stay in business, right? They're just slow and they don't want to lose face and whatever. But Microsoft is like, look, we don't care if people hate us, because the people who hate us, once again, go back to Matt Piscatello's thing, it's like 4%, at most 16%, not even, probably less than that. So we can say 4 to 12% of the gamers are the ones that are crying about exclusivity, right? That's, honestly, I would say less than that. We could say 4, definitely, right? The other 96%, they don't care. They don't care where the game is. They just want to play the game. If it's a good game, if it's special, if it's a special game on its merits, on its quality, then it doesn't matter where it is or where it is not. I mean, where it is not hurts its reach and its success. And that's the thing that I don't understand, that these Donkey Unicorns and Ponies don't understand, is that, look, if you want your games to be exclusive, that means you don't want them to succeed. You don't want to sell more copies than you should. You don't want these devs to get paid. You don't want these devs to continue to have a job. That's what I say. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, look, if you want it to be exclusive, that's fine, but I guess you don't care about the industry. I guess you don't care about the health of the industry, the health of the job market within the industry. You don't care about the devs. You don't care about nobody. You just care about winning, being on the winning team. That's all you care about, which is dumb. It's asinine. That's why I look at Crybaby. I look at Tim. I look at Reforge. I look at all these idiots, even Colin Moriarty. I look at him and I'm like, y'all are all idiots. All of y'all. Even though you may have a differing levels of vocabulary skills, still idiots, because you know what the deal is. Now, there's a caveat to that, because like people like Colin, even Dreamcast, but he's more of an idiot than, you know, he's just right on surface looks, he's an idiot. But They have businesses to run, so that's why they're following this narrative. That's why they're perpetuating this narrative and playing the role, because they need to satiate their fans in order to keep their business running. So for them, it's just money. It's not really about actual truth, the actual industry, the actual health of the industry, even though I'm not sure how much the negative rhetoric affects the Xbox business. It does, let's be real. But I'm not sure, like, if we're talking about percentages, if we're talking about Matt Piscatella, then, 4 to 12% of a negative impact versus, 90-something% that are oblivious to this whole, all the rhetoric and everything, all the narratives. They're just looking at games and, and I would say, you know what? In that respect, then I would say a slight fault lies with Microsoft in that they're not tapping into the marketing part that needs to capture the imagination and the attention of these casual people, whether they be on PlayStation or Switch 2 or PC or whatever. Capture them with a deal, bring back the Game Pass ads and like, yo, boom, introductory deal. You get a month for $1, blah, blah, blah. And if you plaster that for a month, or if you keep giving them ads and ads and ads, then yes, it's going to cost money, obviously, but cost money to make money. Y'all got money to do that. Give the marketing team some more money. I mean, you must have given, Tina Amini is doing her thug thizzle. So if you give her, I don't even know if it's about her, or I don't know if she's in charge of the commercials and such. Maybe she is, and maybe she's the right person for the job. I would like to see some ad stuff, like commercial type ad stuff from Tina Amini. That would be interesting. I mean, for what she's doing for the presentations and the showcases, it couldn't hurt. So, it's, a little bit of it falls on that aspect, but I think the negative rhetoric and the hearsay and then the zeitgeist, and then just like the common, not nomenclature, but the common knowledge of, oh, this is the console to get, Nintendo, oh, a PlayStation, oh, before it was Xbox 360, Xbox, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to take a new console from Xbox to possibly change that, and especially if PlayStation is not in the competition, if you will. They're not in the industry with a new console by then. Who's not competing? But it's just it's funny when these donkey unicorns and these ponies, they swear they're smart and they swear they know what they're saying, and they're just waiting for news to drop so they can spin it, so they can represent their winning side, if you will, which is not not the case. But their little ramblings and stuff, even my little ramblings, don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It really is about the people who aren't watching these channels, the people who are just going there buying FIFA, Madden, and all that stuff. You get them to say, oh, what's this? What's Game Pass? Oh, snap, let's go. You get the attention of those players, then hey, that's another thing. Or you put out a game that's like so big that it can't be ignored. And that's where I think Xbox is on the winning side strategy-wise, because they have so many games coming out that the possibility of one of those games jumping off as the next Fortnite or whatever, however you may, put it, is more plausible and more possible than PlayStation with one game a year. I'm just saying, the numbers don't lie. If you are putting out more games, the possibility of one of your games jumping off and being the next big thing is more than a company putting out less game. Less game, I said. I didn't even do that on purpose, but one game versus, I think, over 10 is ridiculous. And that's including a couple of indies in there, but I mean, I don't even count those. I'm like, oh yeah, Replaced, that's coming out. That's going to be hot. It's an indie game, but still, I'm like, yeah, okay. It's a bunch of games. So many games. Man, look. I am glad that Microsoft bought all these companies. They're doing what they're doing right now because they're giving us games to play, right? That's one thing. And it's keeping the industry healthy. I will say it every video, just like how I say Concord was the biggest failure on the planet. PlayStation, thank you for giving us the biggest failure in video game history. PlayStation's dead. Just like I say that every video. I say this every video, that the health of the industry is the most important thing, and Microsoft is helping the industry stay healthy. You know what I mean? And even if it's like against some of the idiot fanboys, like, oh yeah, it's not exclusive anyway. Who cares? Sell games to make more games. It's like, why can't you look past your idiocy and think of the greater picture? Like, would you prefer all these companies being exclusive and the industry dying? Another crash? Would you prefer that? Remember the last crash? Would you prefer that? Where Sony's not in it no more, a Nintendo, maybe they survive, Xbox is not in it no more, and then maybe, I don't know, NEC comes back and makes it Super Turbo Graphics 59 or something. And then you get that. And then Atari says, yeah, we're going to come back too. The Atari 2800, 12,800. Is that the right next? Wait, 2600, 5200, 7800, 52. How did they do it? They just added 26, right? So let's put 72. That's 13, 70, 78, 60, 50, 60, 26, 8, 4, 13, 400, right? Is that right? Math is not my, okay. So 13,400. Atari, the new Atari, 13,400. If they, I would be hilarious if they did. They're not going to do that, obviously, but that would be hilarious. If Atari came out with a proprietary, it's hard to do that though. You know, you can't. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard. It costs money, obviously, but I mean, just to get people on board to play, it's like the way that the console or video game market is. It's like either it's a PC or if it's a bespoke piece of hardware, then who's gonna make games for it? Like, nobody's gonna make games for it unless it's like a knockoff Xbox or PlayStation or Switch where the games can be ported easily, like by not even having to port it, just like, oh yeah, they work on there. But I mean, Nintendo won't go for that because he'd be like, yeah, nah, you gotta get a license to get our games, son. And I mean, all the other systems, same. But I don't know, maybe something like that. I mean, maybe that's where Microsoft is kind of headed to, where they say, okay, look, we're gonna make our own system, but at the same time, you know, it's not open source, but it's like third parties. You wanna make your own. Here's the thing, okay? I mean, that's like a gray area. That's probably not gonna work out because the other consoles will be more expensive than the Xbox version. Xbox version will probably be the best one anyway because they have bang engineers right there. But what I want Microsoft to do, this is what I want them to do, and this would be like an homage to Sega. I don't know if it'll happen, but this is what I want, right? So Xbox is like, yo, we're gonna make a new Xbox, blah blah blah, right? But in Japan, since they're doing bad in Japan, I know I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. They should go get with Sega and be like, yo, Sega, we want to license your name and Dreamcast 2. Or whatever you want to name it. We can name it, but basically it's the next gen Xbox. But, you know, the colors are different. Maybe the shell's a little different to make it look a little bit more like a Dreamcast or something like that, right? And when you turn it on, it doesn't go ding. It doesn't do that. It goes Dreamcast 2 or whatever, you know, or Sega. You know, all the load up, boot up screen, all the stuff is Sega flavored, right? And then it just jumps to like a Xbox, the Xbox dashboard or whatever. And maybe it says Sega, and then it says licensed by Sega or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or not licensed by Sega. Like what would it say? Sega property and owned by Sega, whatever, you know, all the splash screen that needs to go on there to identify that it is an Xbox, but Sega is just an IP license or whatever. And that way in Japan, Xbox can sell Xboxes because at the same time it's an Xbox. Let's not get it twisted. It's an Xbox, but it's Sega branded, so it counts as a Xbox sale. And they can sell it in Japan. You know, I would buy one, even though I don't live in Japan. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna get that Xbox. I'm gonna get that Sega Xbox. I'm gonna get the Sega Xbox. The Xbox, the Sega Xbox. I would get that. I would get it. I'd be like, I probably wouldn't even play it. I'd be like, it works just like that. Okay, I'm gonna just put it in the box. I don't care how much I care how much it costs, but I'm just saying it would have to be prohibitively expensive. I can't even say the word. It would be prohibitively expensive for me to not buy it because the nostalgia is that strong. And like I said before, I told y'all, Sega is the reason why I like video games. I fell in love with video games because of Sega. So, you know, and once again, that goes back to why I hate Xbox, why I hate Sony, what they did to Sega, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. Anyway, rambling. Appreciate your hands, like and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about my Xbox, that Sega Xbox. That's a good idea, right? Just in Japan only, so that they can sell, consoles in Japan. But that's cool. And then, whatever else, there's a bunch of stuff. VG Fight School. Go check his channel out. He's good. He's got information. He's very smart. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'll hit you guys on the next one. Till the wait.